What's up guys, it's PinoyPhantom here and welcome to FIFA 17! It's about freaking time. I've been waiting forever for this freaking game. The game just released this morning actually at midnight, and I finally got the copy of it just this evening actually. So this is the first time I'm really opening up the game, and we're gonna get straight into this, which is our new career mode. It's gonna be a manager career mode, of course, as you can tell by the title of the video. And it's gonna be with my favorite team, which is Chelsea FC. So as you can tell, the manager career modes have had a huge revamp since last year, at least in terms of like expectations and a lot of other stuff like finances and the whole career mode process. But it's gonna be a ton of fun, I can tell already. And if you are a fan of FIFA and have been a fan of FIFA, you should already know that this game is gonna be a lot different from the others. And it's gonna be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to get into it, to be honest. But yeah, so as you can take a look here, it's just giving you a brief history of the club. Our transfer budget is $109,094,488, and I am using US dollars because I am actually in the US. Our club worth is just over $2 billion, which is huge. Of course, our ground is Stamford Bridge. You can take a look at the kits there at the bottom, and we could go straight into domestic success, which is critical, as well as continental success and brand exposure, meaning that we have to sell a whole bunch of shirts, we gotta win internationally, we gotta win domestically, so basically win every cup and win every tournament we have. We gotta win the league. And next would be financial, which is very low, so obviously we don't care about money at all, really. And then youth development is 4, which is low, so I guess they don't really care that much about financial situations and our youth players. But I mean, I will be trying to make use of a lot of youth stuff, like scouting players and stuff like that. But really I'm gonna focus on bringing in, players that we actually need and winning as much as we can, of course. So we're gonna go straight into this and make our manager. So we're just gonna run through here, make our manager. Of course, Pinoy is the first name, and our last name is gonna be Phantom, of course. Oh wow, can't spell. Lol. Our nationality. A lot of people ask me this, at least in real life, not in the videos or my YouTube channel, of course, but I am actually Filipino. I was born in America, but ancestrally I am from the Philippines. Let's see, I don't want to be I would be Asian because I'm technically Filipino, but I'm not gonna do that. I could be like a Arsene Wenger lookalike, but I'm just gonna go for someone that looks pretty young here. Maybe like, I guess he looks pretty cool. Maybe one of these. I'm definitely not a suit guy. I don't wear suits that often. Not really. Well, I guess I could say I'm a tracksuit guy, but I really prefer the shirt and tie model for the managers, and I guess I'll choose him. So we're just gonna go straight into this. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Lol. So our match difficulty is going to be semi-pro. It's just at the beginning, just to get used to the game. Like I said, this is pretty much the first time I've been playing it. I did play the demo, but I mean, I don't think that's like a real test of what the game feels like. So, because of course it is a demo, and maybe things have changed. So I'm just gonna start at semi-pro because I freaking suck at video games. And if it's gonna be too easy, then I'll just move it up to professional, world class, or legendary. Our half length is going to be 6 minutes, so I'll just leave it at that. That's the default. Our currency is dollars, of course. I'm in the US. Stadium, it's going to be Stamford Bridge because obviously that's the real stadium in real life. We're going to download the latest squads. We're going to leave the disable first transfer or disable first summer transfer window. We're going to leave that off so that we could actually make some signings. And I'm gonna go ahead here and skip through this, and I'm just gonna make it basically what this year's what this year's Champions Cup it would be like. Of course, Chelsea's not going to be in it because we did not make it into the Champions League after a super poor performance last year in the league. So I'm going to get through this, and I'll see you guys right after. And we're back. We finished it to the best of our ability, so this is pretty much 100% accurate besides a couple teams. So Ajax shouldn't be in it, and it should be Ludogorets from Bulgaria, I believe. And then Young Boy should be Dynamo Kiev from Ukraine. Roma should be Rostov from Russia. And Salzburg should be Dinamo Zagreb from Croatia. But besides those, everything else is perfectly how it should be. All the groups are how it should be. The teams are all correct and everything. So we're just going to accept those, and we're going to advance in this. And here we are. Preseason tournament invite. Pretty much the same thing as last year. I'm going to accept it because why not? Let's see. This has a ton of money, but you have the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. Then you have the Champions Trophy, which is a little easier. Actually, I would say a lot easier. But it has less money. It actually has the least money out of the three. But it has some pretty easy teams in there. So you have the likes of Galatasaray, Lazio. Then we have the Invitational Cup, which is 12.1 million, and it's probably just as easy as the Champions Trophy, but a lot, or not, I wouldn't say a lot more money, but it's more money. We could use that. A little bit harder teams, so you have a lot of Italian teams in there. So you have Napoli, Roma, and Juventus. So I'm just gonna do that one. It doesn't seem too bad, so. Hopefully we can get at least through the group stage in that. It'll really help with that whole brand exposure thing for the board expectations. I'm going to go straight into the office, see what we need to do. Just information about the International Cup or Invitational Cup. Shirt sales account for a large percentage of this income. We've set a goal to earn $220 million in sales from player shirts. What? That's a lot of money. Let's just take a look at that real quick. Like, let's see. Oh wow. Okay, there it is. A critical priority to sell that much in one season? Maybe it's actually really easy. Who knows? I don't know how easy it is to sell shirts in this game. Maybe I just have to get good results, and hopefully the shirt sales just come by itself. I'm just gonna delete that. Transfer market's open. That usual stuff. It's just explaining the whole expectations things. You know, boring stuff. Scouting report. I don't know what they have the default scouting as. Let's see. Let's look at the expectations. So our overview for objectives is win 2 seasons. Oh wow, I can't read, guys. I can't read. Within 2 seasons in Champions Cup, win the cup. So we have to win the Champions Cup within 2 seasons, qualify a Champions Cup, so that should come along with the whole winning the Champions Cup thing, because obviously you can't win it if you don't qualify for it. And then the Emirates FA Cup, I have to win the cup. So I'm guessing, okay, so the bottom 2 are for this season, and the top one is I just have to make that within this season or the next. Youth development, which is a 4 or low. Sign 1 player in your youth academy assigned to the forward position. So I need to sign a forward from my youth development or youth academy. Sign up and then sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with the potential greater than the average overall rating of the players currently in the same position. Okay, I don't really know like who has very high potential in this version of FIFA, but I guess we'll find out. We're just gonna sign players that we think look pretty good. Brand exposure, like I said earlier, get $220 million from shirt sales within the first season. Financial, which is low, and no objectives, obviously, because it's very low and they don't really care. Domestic success, win the league title and win the FA Cup. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, Chelsea is one of the biggest teams in, well, arguably the biggest team in the Premier League, no longer the Barclays Premier League. And continental success, qualify to the Champions Cup, so just finished within the top 4, I guess, top 3, top 4. I don't know how it works anymore. I'm having a brain fart. But anyways, that's a short-term goal, and the long-term goal is within 2 seasons in the Champions Cup, win the actual cup. So we went over that earlier already. So next we're gonna take a look at this whole GTN. I don't really use this that much, so I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna take them all back. I'm just gonna look at what they got here. Well, let's take a look at the instructions first. So they were looking for a striker that's fast and can score. First team quality striker again, which is pretty much the same thing as the first one. And then any position that's first team quality and a free kick specialist. Okay. So now that we know what the game is looking for, I guess we could base what we are looking for off of that. Iheanacho, fast striker, pretty young too. And Valencia, Jamie Vardy, Afobe, Diouf, Igalo, Sigurdsson, Baines, and Yaya Toure. I don't really like any of those players that they scouted, to be honest. I mean, some of them are pretty good, but I mean, they're not great. So we're going to take a look at our whole squad here. Let's sort this by position. We have 4 keepers. 4. That's like way too many. So I'm just gonna... Why did we sign him? He's 33 and he has an overall of 76. Interesting. I'm gonna get rid of Begovic. I already know that because he's not being used and he's 83 rated. We get a lot of money off of him. We haven't even used him that much in real life either. Collins. I don't really need you either. Courtois is gonna be our main keeper, of course. He's a big 89 overall in this game. I don't actually remember what he was in the last game. 86 maybe? Eduardo. I guess we could keep him. He doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, his stats are all over the place in the 70s, so I guess we could keep him, and he could be our new Begovic. So we don't have to buy another backup keeper. Taking a look at center backs here. Let's see, Cahill, of course, Christensen, who has high potential. I know that, or he should at least. I know in the last FIFA he had high potential. David Luiz, of course, a buyback. After we send him to PSG, I'm gonna keep him, a big 84 rated. Omero is loaned out. Terry, I guess I'm pretty sure he's gonna be retiring this year. At least I'm pretty sure. Kurt Zouma, he's a really good prospect. I'm gonna keep him for sure. Tamori, we can probably just get rid of him because I don't think I'm gonna use him. So we have David Luiz, Zouma, Cahill, and Terry. So we're pretty good on center backs. If Terry decides to retire, we could probably look for another one. At least like, I wouldn't say like a very high rated striker, but maybe like a young striker that we could develop, like Zouma or something like that. Onto the left backs, we have De Silva. I'm pretty sure he's a new signing, or not. 2015, so he was since last year. I don't actually remember him coming to Chelsea, to be honest. And of course we have Aspi and Baba. Baba is loaned out to Schalke, of course. I totally forgot about that. So we were gonna look for another left back. De Silva. I don't know much about you, so I'm just gonna send you out on a loan for a year. And onto the right backs, we have 4. So we have, of course, the big man Ivanovic, which I am pretty sure he's gonna be my reserve, and I'm gonna sign a better right back because Ivanovic is not too great, to be honest. Let's take a look at his stats here. His speed is terrible as far as wing backs go. His stamina is pretty good, so his physical is like all over the place, from like 47 balance to 85 strength and reactions. His aggression is pretty high. Composure, I'm pretty sure that's new this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's new this year. 83 interceptions, not too bad. His passing, let's see, he has 56 long pass, 68 short pass. What's his crossing at? 72 crossing, that's not too bad. 86 stand tackle, 83 slide tackle. So really his weak points are just his pace, because like in the Premier League there's a ton of pacey wingers and they're just gonna blast straight by him because he's incredibly slow. 63 acceleration, 66 sprint speed, and that's just not good enough to keep up with Premier League wingers or strikers or pretty much anyone at all in the Premier League, because apparently everyone's just a pacey player in the Premier League. And also another thing I noticed was these wages. Like for Chalobah, he has a $3,801 wage. Like what? Why? Why the $801? Why can't you just make it like 4,000 or something, or just 3,800? Why the dollar? Like there's one up here too. Like what is with these young players and these dollars at the end? But anyways, that doesn't matter. Chalobah, yeah, he gotta go. Send him out on loan since we can't sell him. Well, Aina, he's been here for a while. Put him on loan too. Todd Kane. Here's where I don't actually know what to do with him. I don't want to sell him necessarily, and I kind of want to keep him around, so I'm just gonna have him on loan for half the season. Now we go on to the midfield cams. We have quite a few of them. Let's see, we have Boga. He's loaned out to Granada. Oh, he got a big upgrade this year. He's 73. What was he last year? I feel like he was in the 60s last year. Pretty sure. Loftus-Cheek, he's still 68. I mean, he didn't have the best of seasons, but he played a lot more than he's used to for Chelsea. Showing great potential, so he does have a high potential. Or at least a pretty decent one. Piazon is he's loaned out to Fulham. Oscar is our first choice. 83, not too great. He didn't play a lot of last year. Mount, I don't know who this is actually. Gotta go. Loftus-Cheek, I guess we'll send him out. Oh no, actually we can keep him here. We never know. We might need him. We have a lot of players. We have 45 players. That's a lot. Let's see if we can get rid of some of those, because we don't really need all these players. There's a ton of players here that we don't really use. Now onto the defensive midfielders. We have Matic. Of course, he's going to be our first choice. Then we have John Obi Mikel. He's been pretty good this year in real life. I would say he's not really a 78 rated player. He's probably like 80, 81. He kind of reminds me of old school Ramirez before he left Chelsea. Then we have Pasalic. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a CDM last year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't. Pasalic is actually loaned out to Milan. So we only have Matic and Mikel for CDMs. On to regular center midfielders. We have quite a few. And they start with Baker, Lewis Baker. He's loaned out to, oh dang. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's go back here, back here. Okay, Lewis Baker, loaned out to Vitesse. I'm pretty sure he's been there for a while now. Lewis Baker, 74 rated. Did he get an upgrade as well? Chaloba, the other one, Nathaniel Chaloba, I would say he's better. Showing great potential, so he has a pretty decent potential. I don't know if I want to keep him, because we do have Conte who just came in, which is a great signing for us. Conte comes from Leicester City, aka the new champions. So Conte went from the new champions to the old ones. RIP Chelsea. But hopefully he brings the championship back over to Chelsea. Fabregas, 86 rated. He's not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna keep him. So Chalobah, I guess we could send him on loan. Kyle Scott, we could just get rid of him. I'm not gonna use him ever. Marco Van Ginkel, we might use him actually. So I'm gonna keep him there. He might come on for a Conte or something like that. Who knows? Let's see. Oh, another new signing, Marcos Alonso. I thought he was a left back. Who knows? We just got him from Fiorentina for 13 million. And then we have Hazard, of course, the big boy Hazard. Hazard's not going anywhere. Trust me, guys. He's never going anywhere. We're gonna keep him forever. And then we have Victor Moses, who's been, I don't really like him that much. I'm not a big fan. I would say I would probably keep Alonso over him, to be quite honest. Even though Victor Moses has the pace of a god. Wow, he actually went down this year. I'm pretty sure he had like 90 pace last year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure his pace was a lot higher last year. But yeah, we're gonna send him off here. Pedro, we're gonna keep. I mean, he's a really good player. I don't know. Maybe we could sell him if we need the money. Willian, who came out real big for us last year. Without him, we probably would have went, I don't know, even further down the table. Thank God we had him because he is a massive help to the team. And he got an upgrade this year, so now he is a big 85 overall. And we have Cuadrado, who was loaned out at Juventus, of course, 82 rated. Don't really need him either, so he could stay over there. Then we have left wingers, Christian Atsu at Newcastle, who just got relegated. And then Charlie Musonda at Real Betis, who has been pretty impressive. His stats are pretty good. I'm pretty sure he has 5-star weak foot. Or not weak foot, but 5-star skills. Then we have our new striker, Michi Batshuayi, who has an incredible name. I love that name. Who we got from Marseille for 35 million. And of course we have Diego Costa, 85 rated. Pretty sure that's a downgrade, or is he the same? I don't remember. FIFA 16 feels like such a long time ago. I don't even want to think about it because FIFA 17 is awesome. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep Diego Costa, to be quite honest. I mean, he's been pretty good for us in real life, but I'm not really a big fan of him in the game. I mean, sure, he has a ton of strength, 91 strength, but I don't really like him that much in this game. So maybe we could find a better alternative for him. Then we have Loic Remy, who is on loan at Crystal Palace, of course. I'm pretty sure he just got injured, if I'm not mistaken, in real life. Then we have Dominic Solanke, who has been in this team for quite a while. We're going to send him out on loan. And then we have Bertrand Traore, who is on loan at Ajax. I really want him to grow because apparently he's supposed to be one of the better youngsters at Chelsea. But you never know. So yeah, that's it here. I'm going to try to see what I can do with these players. If I could sell them, I'm just going to go ahead and make the squad. This is a great formation here. This is probably the formation I'm going to be using. So if not holding, then 4-3-3 attacking. But instead of the usual one center attacking mid, I'll be using two because I just like attacking for some reason. So like this in a 4-3-3 attack, instead of that one center attacking midfielder, I'm going to switch it around. so that it looks like a 4-3-3 flat, but the 2 center mids go up a little bit more, so there's going to be 2 center attacking mids and 1 regular center mid. That's just if we're in a tough spot and need a lot more help on the attacking side, so we can score a goal at the end. So here's basically our strongest side that we can make. I'm pretty sure Hazard, Costa, Willian up top, midfield Fabregas, Matic, and Kante. We could put Oscar up here, but you never know. Oscar's not the greatest. Then we have Ivanovic, who I'm probably gonna replace with someone better, hopefully. Cahill, Terry, Courtois, Aspie. Courtois is gonna stay. Cahill and Terry, not so sure, to be quite honest. Aspie probably gonna stay. Let's take a look at the subs here. I don't like this order. Let's switch this around. So Batshuayi is striker, Oscar, Pedro, Mikel, Alonso, David Luiz, Begovic. I kind of want to switch Cahill with David Luiz, but we'll see what we can do later. And then Zuma I'm gonna put up here. Yeah, we're gonna switch him for that. I like to have them in order for their overalls. As you can see, 80, 84, and then 78, and whatever's higher from there. And then a whole bunch of players that we're probably not even gonna touch throughout the season, to be quite honest. Like Victor Moses, maybe we'll use him. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, again, one of those maybe situations. But other than that, I guess Van Ginkel's another one. Chalobah is probably not going to be used. Todd Kane, maybe. Like any of these like defenders, probably not. Besides Todd Kane. We're probably not going to use the goalkeepers. Well, we're going to probably use Eduardo because we're going to sell on Begovic. Not going to use Dominic Solanke. Marcus Alonso. That is his name, right? I forgot his name already. Oh god. Yeah, whatever his name is. Our new signing. Probably use him later in the season if our players get fatigued. Marco Van Ginkel, maybe. Again, one of those maybes. Because we do have Mikel. So, I guess. Probably not. But, regardless of that, we're going to switch these around because I'm pretty sure Matic fits the CDM role better. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to mess around with any of the other stuff. Terry could stay captain unless I'm going to switch him with someone else. Penalties, Hazard, of course. Willian is actually a better free kick taker than Hazard in this game, in my opinion. So we're going to have him stay on the free kicks. Our long free kick is going to be Fabregas, of course. And our corner taker is going to be Fabregas as well. Instructions, I mean, they're pretty much whatever they had them at already. Tactics, we're just going to leave at default. We could change it later if we need to. We're going to quickly save that and move on with this career mode. Let's see. I'm not going to change any of the kit numbers. I guess we can start looking for players. Well, let's take a look at these young youth staff members. See if we have any 5-star, and we do. We're gonna hire him straight away. We have another one? No, we do not. I don't want to waste money on like lower scouts like these, cause like it's drastic when it comes to our scouting. So we're just gonna go ahead and set him up. Let's see. I'm a really big fan of Germany. So I'm gonna send them over there, and we're gonna look for some attackers. Actually, you know what? Let's just go any, cause you never know. You never know. There might be a whole bunch of stuff out there that we might not see. So we're just gonna let him search for any player that's really good, and we sent him out there for 9 months, so pretty much the whole season. I'm gonna take a look at the finances. This is another new addition to the career mode, and at least in terms of like all this stuff like profit, earnings, expenses, like the budget thing has always been normal for career mode. We're gonna set this at 80/20. But I really like this addition, like the whole like transactions tab where it just tells you everything that the club has been doing. So like we sold Marco Marin to Olympiacos for 9 million, and then we bought Alonso for 13 million. So it pretty much tells you what our club has been doing. So we sold Djibouti to Sunderland for 11.5 million. Then we bought Batshuayi for 35 million. So basically just telling you what we've done over the summer, basically. And if you follow the Premier League, you should probably know all this stuff already. And then immediately we could see already that we hired this youth scout for 4.4 million. And then back to the overview tab, it tells us our profit, and we are actually 97.26 million in the red, which is not great. AKA, we need to stop spending and start earning pretty soon so that this doesn't go back down, and so that our club worth goes up. Of course, that is the goal, at least for financially. I mean, even though it's very low to them, I wouldn't say I just want to go blow all of our money out of the water and just freaking like buy legends and shit. So you know, you never know. I guess we could just moderate ourselves in terms of spending, because finances are pretty important in the game as well, even though Chelsea don't seem to care about it much. But yeah, I'm gonna go look for some players that we could potentially buy, and I'll be back with the list. See ya. Alright guys, so here we are with the short list that I came up with. There's quite a bit of players here. So let's go ahead and start with the right back, which is the one that we need the most, I would say. I got 4 options. Yes, Luke Shaw is a left back, but if I do get Luke Shaw, I'm going to think about playing SB in the right back position, which is originally what he started out as. So yeah, if I get Luke Shaw, I'm going to move SB to the other side where Ivanovic is playing, aka the right back side, and I'll play Luke Shaw at left back. And I'm just going to give some explanations about all of the people on the short list here. So Hector Bellerin, as well as the other 3, I just looked for a whole bunch of pace. Because that's what our issue was for Ivanovic, which was his pace was just much too low. So I looked for players with high physical ratings, or namely their acceleration and sprint speed. So Hector Bellerin, of course, a whole bunch of people, I wouldn't say everybody, but mostly everyone knows that Hector Bellerin is a quick fullback. João Cancelo, I watched the BBVA, or actually La Liga now, it's no longer BBVA, but I watched La Liga and he is amazing. Like, I've been a fan of him for quite a while now, but I mean, he's very young, he has a lot of pace, so again, that makes him another option for us. Serge Aurier, even though he's going to jail for 2 months, yeah, who cares? He's going to jail for 2 months, but he's still a really good player. I mean, his sprint speed and acceleration, 84 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, that's real good. And look at his stats, they're mostly green. There's barely a couple yellows, 1 orange, 2 reds. I mean, he's a good overall player. 65 finishing as a fullback is not bad at all. And then Luke Shaw, again, sprint speed, and I heard that he's really good in this game. So I'm actually looking forward to trying him out if I do get him. Regardless of who I get here, they're probably going to be starting over Ivanovic, even if they have a lower overall, because that just means that I could get them to grow. And I'm actually looking more towards Hector Bellerin and probably Luke Shaw. I don't know what the overall rating is. I am scouting them, so their values should be coming in pretty soon, and their overalls maybe. One of our goals, if you don't remember, was actually to assign 2 players under 80 rated. So hopefully one of them is under 80 rated, and that will make them even a better option for us to get, of course, so we can fulfill those goals. Then we move on to Cam. Oscar is not too great, to be quite honest. And I mean, we could just strengthen our midfield because, again, we only have 3 midfield players, 2 center mids and a center defensive mid. So if I go into that center attacking mid spot, I'm looking at Marco Asensio because in the last FIFA, he was a god. He was like one of those gems in career mode. He's just so good. His potential was like amazing. So hopefully that carries on to this version of FIFA, aka FIFA 17. And yeah, hopefully I can sign him. Hopefully he's not too expensive. Again, I'm scouting him as well. Then Gareth Bale, I don't know. He's my favorite player, and I just decided to put him in the shortlist just to see what he would look like. We don't really need a right wing player. We have what's his name? Willian. God damn it. We have Willian. So I don't know if we would need Gareth Bale unless I sell Willian. If I get a good offer for Willian, maybe. But 79.5 million is his value, and that's just really, really high. But that's something you would expect from a 90 rated player, of course. Then we have Antoine Griezmann, who is my first choice for striker. Like I said, I'm looking to sell Diego Costa because I'm not a big fan of him. And Antoine Griezmann is probably in my top 5 favorite players. His work at the Euros was freaking amazing. He was just running through every team. Of course, they didn't actually win the whole tournament, but they made it to the final, which was pretty good. Again, they did host France did host the tournament itself, so maybe that played a factor, but who knows. Regardless, Antoine Griezmann is a great striker, a great player overall, and I hopefully will be able to sign him. Romelu Lukaku, amazing player, even though his physical stats are all over the place, I guess. 93 strength, really standing out there. So he's kind of a Diego Costa type player, but I just couldn't resist. I mean, 86 sprint speed, amazing, and his 88 shot power. He has a freaking cannon as a leg. Like, that's just huge. I mean, he's a pretty average player at 84 rated, at least average for strikers, I would say. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a ton of potential. So if I do sign him, he's probably gonna be one of those players that I try to grow out. And then Paulo Dybala, I mean, his stats just say it all. Like, pace through the roof, 91 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, and 89 finishing. That's amazing. And then of course you have his dribbling at 90 and his ball control at 91. His curve 86, long shots 86. His stats are just insane. Like, they're honestly insane. 85 overall. The only thing I don't like about him is that he's kind of weak. 65 strength. Oh wow, Griezmann's actually weaker than him. Dang, that's another factor to consider. Because I mean, Dybala is 53 million, and Griezmann is 75 million in terms of value. So I don't know, maybe Dybala would be a better choice here. I mean, 88 overall and 85 overall. I mean, I could always grow the player, right? So you never know. I mean, we'll see what happens. But of course, I was looking for a striker because that was one of the emails that we got at the beginning, saying that we do need to look for a new striker. So again, I just looked for a new striker because we're gonna definitely need one if I'm gonna end up replacing Diego Costa, or selling him at least. Okay, so we're just gonna set up some training here. I don't really know who to train yet. Maybe Batshuayi, maybe. We go with some of the youngsters. Let's see. Of course, I'm gonna do Zuma, of course. I'm just trying to look at what players we could do. So I'm gonna focus on Batshuayi first. We're gonna work on his. Let's say his dribbling. I'm gonna focus on his dribbling. I'm not gonna really do much of the training. I'm just gonna simulate most of it. So I'm gonna just do the hard ones because why not? Let's see. Can we do any wingers? I don't really want to do any wingers. We can do Oscar. Let's see, we could do some passing with him, or maybe, yeah, we could do, we could do some shooting. Let's do some shooting with him. We could do, let's do chance creation for Oscar. Trying back to Zuma, he's gonna be the big one. We're gonna go defending. El Rondo. We're gonna go with that. Go back to Zuma again. Can we do 2? Oh, we can't. Let's do some dribbling. Keep possession. And then we're gonna go with him once more. But this time some passing. Let's do some Rondo again, but for passing this time. And we're just gonna simulate all real quick. Hopefully this doesn't end up too bad. I would say it's not too bad. Pretty average. A for Batshuayi. We have a C for Oscar, and then an F for defending for Zuma, and then you have C for his other one, and then A for his passing. So not too bad besides that F there. And we're just gonna advance. We're gonna see if we get anything here. I'm just gonna stop every day. See if we can just get something. Bradley Collins. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. We will change it up, however. Let's just make a new team sheet here. We're gonna name this Poop. Let's see what we can do here. Costa, we can switch for Batshuayi. Boyan. Let's leave him for now. We're gonna go Alonso over here, and then we're gonna go Pedro over here. Then we're gonna go. Actually, no, Oscar. Conte we could leave just so he could grow a little bit more. Then we're gonna switch him for Mikel Ivanovic. We're gonna switch for Todd Kane. Zuma's gonna come in here. We'll leave Terry because why not? Dang. I don't want to use the Silva, so I'll just leave Aspie there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have Ivanovic go here. Just to see if he could do something. And then we're gonna use Eduardo, of course. Yep, looks pretty good to me. Take a look at our bench there. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I didn't put David Luiz in here. Yeah, let's switch David Luiz with Wow. 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 Anyways, we're gonna switch David Luiz in there. So Mikel's our new captain for some reason. I don't know why. I guess he's been there for a super long time, so we'll leave him there. Let's take a look at the other parts of this. Oscar is doing the free kicks. That should be fine. Let's take a look. Yeah, his free kick accuracy is probably one of the better ones, so we'll leave that. By showing penalties, 67 penalties, 68 penalties. I reckon Oscar should do them as well. I'll just leave it at Batshuayi. It's just one rating down, so shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna leave it at that, and then we're gonna head into this game. Come on, guys. The loading times have been pretty weird in this game, so we're not gonna save it. We're just gonna play it. You know, it's only the first game. Why not? I do plan alternate. I don't know why. A lot of people ask me about it, but I don't actually have a reason. It's just, it feels a lot better to me. So we're just gonna use it. Oh, I do. Oh, I don't have it. Never mind. I lied. Okay, so we're just gonna use that. Oh, damn. We're both using blue kits. There you go. That should look a lot better. Just so we don't get confused. And we're gonna go ahead and play this match. Again, I'm playing on semi-pro because I freaking suck at video games. I'm a freaking pleb. But it's just gonna be for the beginning, and if it's gonna be too easy, then we will just increase it, of course. We're gonna go ahead and play this, because why not? I've seen a lot of videos on this. Well, I didn't even do that. Didn't even. Ooh, top bins. Top bins. We'll go here. That probably would have been saved. I freaking suck at penalties in this game. Bang! Oh, I thought I hit the target. Dang it. Dang, I freaking suck. There we go, this is gonna go in. Bang! Oh, there's no saving that. There's no saving that. Oh, we freaking suck. We got a D. RIP us. See, like I said, I freaking suck at video games, guys. This is why we're playing on semi-pro.